So the new Shadowlands expansion has just launched, and with the new expansion comes a bunch of new items, challenges, and of course mounts. One of the coolest looking mounts you can get is the Sinrunner Blanchy. This mount is super unique and is a ghostly red horse that stands out from the crowd. It is an easy to get mount, and watching this video guide you can get yourself this sweet mount too. But before we start, make sure to subscribe, as 69% of you, my viewers, are not subscribed, so hit that red subscribe button for regular WoW videos. So with that out of the way, let's get right into the video. So the name Sinrunner Blanchy is based on the horse Old Blanchy from Westfall back in the days of classic WoW. This horse has made various cameos and appearances throughout the World of Warcraft, and in this case we get a ghostly version of Blanchy to ride. This has to be one of the coolest looking mounts that we've gotten in the game so far with the new Shadowlands expansion. To get the mount is not hard by any means, but you do need to do various things in order to get the mount. It's a simple hand-in quest and none of the requirements are particularly hard. So the quest to get this mount starts in Ravendreth. Occasionally you'll find Old Blanchy's ghost spawn at the foot of a river in Ravendreth. The quest involves bringing Sinrunner Blanchy a bunch of items that a horse would want to gain its favor. So you'll need to give Sinrunner Blanchy 6 sets of items over the course of 6 days. Each day Blanchy will ask for the following items: 8 handfuls of oats, a grooming brush, bucket of clean water, 4 horseshoes, a comfortable saddle blanket, and 3 dread hollow apples. Fortunately, all of these items are easy to get and you can gather them up before even taking on the quest, so let's go over how to get all of these items. So the first item, Blanchy requests, are 8 handfuls of oats. These can be acquired in Westfall. Throughout the zone, there are various farms, such as Saladin's farm and various sacks of oat spawns around the farmland. They can be quite hard to spot, however, if you go around the farmland closely looking for sacks of open grain on the floor, you can loot some handfuls of oats from them. Next up is the grooming brush. This can be easily acquired from the NPC Snickersnee located back in Ravendreth. He's near the entrance of Dark Haven, and to get the grooming brush, it's literally as simple as asking him for it. While you're in Ravendreth, you also need to find 4 sturdy horseshoes. These can be found around the outside of Dark Haven. If you follow some of the roads in the area, you'll occasionally spot some discarded horseshoes on the floor. These are easy to spot as there's a glowing effect that appears above them. The spawns are quite limited, so expect to do some riding around until you find 4 of them. As you can see on this map, that the discarded horseshoes are found around the roads which horses would typically transport wagons. Get the 4 horseshoes, then move on to the next item. Next up is a bucket of clean water. So in Darkhaven, you'll need to be able to find around the area an empty water bucket, and then pick it up from the floor. The first place to find it is near the carriage in Darkhaven. The bucket can be found for you to pick up. However, after getting this bucket, you'll need to go to a pool of water and fill it up and turn it into a bucket of clean water. However, in Shadowlands, the only places with clean water is Bastion and Ardenweld. Go to one of these locations and find a pool of water to use the bucket in. Next is the comfortable saddle blanket. So this one's going to require you to backtrack a little. At the very south of Ravendreth is a small hub called the Night Market. An NPC named Tartru will have a comfortable saddle blanket for sale. However, he will not sell it for gold. He's selling it for random meats or random herbs, which changes each day. I cannot tell you what he will charge for the blanket. However, the currency he wants is usually herbs found by a herbalist or meat that drops from an enemy. You can usually find the regions he's looking for in the auction house for not much gold at all. So take note of what the guy wants and return back with what he's asking for. Finally, we have 3 dread hollow apples. These are simple to get and will only require you to buy them from an NPC vendor. One of these little guys named Mims can be found at Ravendreth at the charred ramparts hole in the wall. He isn't too far from the flight point and will sell these apples for cheap. So now that you finally have all the items you need, hand them in to Blanchy. He will ask for each set of these items on certain days, and to find the NPC, it can be a little bit annoying. You see, Blanchy doesn't have a 24/7 spawn window. Although he spawns at the foot of the river in Ravendreth, he only comes out for a limited time. You can simply stand around and wait for him to spawn, which could take a little while, or you can look for a custom group. Just search the word Blanchy and you can find people camping him who will invite you to their phase. Now keep in mind that this respawn timer is between 1 and 2 hours and will stick around for 5 minutes, so using some phase hopping might be something that you want to do. However, after you hand in all of these items, you'll get Blanchy's Reins item, which will give you Sinrunner Blanchy as a mount you can ride. Needless to say, this mount is super cool, and despite being another horse mount, it is a ghostly red horse and creates a unique red mist behind you while you ride. This is arguably one of the best looking mounts in the entire expansion, and who knows if this mount's going to be around in the game for much longer or forever, so I highly recommend that you get this mount and add it to your collection as soon as possible. Please drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more WoW videos.